Hello and welcome to my channel. For Christmas I was given this craft box. Even though it's not something I normally paint up, I thought it'd make a little difference for this channel. Inside we have some information about the kit as well as a colour guide. We have a small mixing palette, and they always come in handy. We have a total of 12 pots of paint and 2 paintbrushes. You can clearly see the objective. That's a large Cheshire Cat made out of plaster of Paris. It's pretty clear that this kit is aimed at little kids, but what the hell. Let's see if I can make a half decent job of it. Here's everything laid out, and at first glance it looks like you get quite a lot. But there are some problems. This cat is covered in some pretty obvious layer lines, and you only get them through 3D printing. So basically the original model was 3D printed, they made a silicon cast of it, then from that they made all their plaster casts. It would have been nice if they'd have cleaned up their original copy first, just like what I'm doing with this sandpaper now. I have to be very careful though, because if I apply too much pressure I lose all detail. These brushes are quite soft and not the best for painting, but they are great for brushing off the plaster of Paris. My friend has already told me what colour scheme she'd like me to use, so I'm going to make a start with painting. And here's the next problem. The paint pot's almost empty and very dry. And while I was able to get some useful paint out of it, it's nowhere near enough to complete this. As you can see now, the brush is drying up and I've barely just started. So I've decided to move on to my own brushes and my own model paint. And this made a massive difference. Everything went on much easier and had much better coverage. So I decided to stick with my own paint for the remainder of the project. So I chose a pale blue for the inside of the ears, as well as for the fur under the chin. And the idea is to go for a subtle change of colours rather than something too drastic. But let's face it, this is still going to be some weird alien moon cat. For all the waist areas I chose a baby pink, plus I think this complements the colours I've already used. For the eyes there's only really one choice, that's bright yellow. Most of these paints require more than one coat, because every time you handle the plaster cast, a little bit of paint rubs off. I chose black for the pupils, as well as for around the eyes, and this helps give it a nice strong outline. By the way, I'm not following any reference material for this, I'm making this up as I go along. I chose to use a dark pink for the nose, as I wanted to differentiate it from the rest of the face. I also stuck with the same colour for the lips. I did consider using black, but I figured that would be too harsh. Even though you can't really see it on camera, I'm using a white grey for the teeth. And that's all done. I did consider giving it another pass and neatening the edges, but considering I can still see a bunch of the layer lines, I gave up on making this perfect. The bottom line is, this was made for very young children, who don't really care about the poor quality control. But for me, it's just a little bit of something different. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if I can do it, so can you.